Hello everyone, Jai Jagannath. I am Jasmine here. Welcome to my channel, Take and Beyond with Jasmine. In our last series, we discussed about database operation, where we discussed how to create the database, how to rename the database, how to select the database, how to use the database, like select the database, and then how to check the list of databases inside MySQL server. Then we discussed about types of constraints, not null, unique, primary key, foreign key, check, and default. Here I highly recommend whoever did not attend my last series, just go back and watch the series so that you can get thorough idea into that. Without wasting time, let's start our today's session. In our today's series, we are going to cover up the very important topic of the SQL. We can say heart of the SQL. That is nothing but SQL commands. So let's start. So first SQL commands. What it is? Commands means it's a what to do. Through the commands, it asks database what to do. SQL commands. It says an instruction you give to database to perform a task. So what kind of task? So let's see SQL command types. It says 5 types. We can see data definition language, it's DDL, then DML, it is data manipulation language, then DCL, data control language, then TCL, transaction control language. Then last one is DQL, data query language. So data definition language, what it is? Means data definition, like how we can define the data. So if you, as you know, like our database contains tables, and then inside the database of LC it contains tables, and inside the table we can see that column and rows. So that table consists of data. So how we can define the data? By using table. So we need to first operate the table. So how we are operating the table? By create, alter, drop, truncate, and rename. So that's why how to create the table, how to alter the table, how to drop the table, how to truncate the table, how to rename the table. Okay. So for that, if we'll see our next slide, we can understand. So data definition language. It actually consists of SQL commands that can be used for defining, altering, deleting the database structure such as tables, index, and schema. As we know that database structure or objects is nothing but it says about the table, index, and schema like row, column, tables. Okay. It simply deals with the description of database schema and is used to create and modify the structure of database objects. So create one by one, we'll go thoroughly. Description, like create the database objects. Objects means table, index, function, view, stored procedure, triggers. If you'll see here, as of now we are discussing about the physical tables, but these other functions are all about virtual table. Okay, so we'll discuss, no worries for that. So syntax will be create table, table name, then inside the bracket what are the column and data types. Based on the column, data types will be there. So column, suppose column 1, then data type, comma, column 2, data type, etc. Then close the bracket and our query will be ended with the semicolon. Then drop the table, like how we knew that drop the database means it will be completely vanished from the server. Likewise, drop the table means it will be completely vanished from the database. So delete the objects from the database. So for that syntax will be drop table, table name. Then alter. alter the structure of the database. Alter the table name. Then here we can use alter in many ways. First we'll see how to alter the table, then alter function, how we are using a column. Okay, we'll go one by one. So first we'll have to remember alter, because here MySQL will not permit the rename function. So alter will use. So alter table name, then rename to new column name, new table name. Okay, and if we'll see on column functionality, then it will say like alter table name, add column name, data type. Okay, then semicolon, then truncate. Truncate means remove all the records inside the table, but it will keep the structure as it was. Truncate table name, the syntax will be. Then rename. So rename table old name to new table name. But here in MySQL, we cannot run this rename command. Okay, so our next slide, if we'll go, you will can see thoroughly like create a table, how we will create a new table. For that, syntax will be create table name, then open bracket started, in between open and close bracket will give all the column names, and based on the column name, data type and constraints will be there. Suppose employee ID int, the data type will be integer, then constraint based on the column name and data type, constraint will be decided. So primary key, and it is the most mandatory task is whenever we'll create a table, there should be a primary key column will be there. Okay, so comma, next column first name, then that data type, comma, then third column name, data type, then fourth column name, data type. Okay, so what we learned from here, now creates a table name, then defines 4 columns like employee ID, first name, last name, hire date. Okay, and then based on the data column name, there will be data type and primary key. And when we will see that primary key column, if that column should be the not null and unique value. So key components will be in create table. What are the key components? Column, row, and primary key and data type. Okay, if we'll go for rename a table, the function will be alter table name, rename to new table name. Okay, renaming only changes the table name, and data structure, everything will be unchanged. Truncate a table, like as we said, like only it will delete all the records. Okay, truncate table name, drop a table name, and drop means completely the table will be vanished. This will delete all completely the table permanently. Once drop means the table and its data cannot be recovered. Okay, unless you recreate it. Then come to alter command. Alter, it will be used in many ways, like add a new column, modify a column, like how we can change the columns data type or size. Okay, then rename a column, how we can change the column name from old name to a new name, and then drop a column, like how we can delete the column from the table. Okay, so here it will, the syntax will be alter table name, add column name, then data type column based on the column name, then modify a column's data type or its size, alter table name, modify, then column name, which column you want to modify, that column name and its data type. Here we have changed the data, its size. Okay, 50 to 100 we have taken, 100 maximum character we have taken. Then rename a column, it's saying alter table name, then column rename column, then column name to new column name. Rename only change the name. Okay, and then drop a column means alter table name, drop column name. Okay, removes that particular column name from the table. And then comment is nothing but that double hyphen, it denotes like single line of the SQL code. Okay, if we will see that alter command we are using in column. Okay, modify an existing table structure. based on the column. Okay, so how we can change the alter command? Add a new column, adding a new column, modifying a column data type or size, renaming a column, or dropping a column. Okay, so now we'll move to our MySQL Workbench where we'll do practical. Okay, so let's move. Open your MySQL Workbench. MySQL. So as we created, first we need to create a database. Okay, as we create a database TechBeyondDB, then once it got created, we have to select to make it active. So for that we use the query use TechBeyondDB. Everything we studied about database operation. Okay, so now our first duty is how to create the table. Okay, DDL function we will use. So every time we need to define that statement through comment by using double hyphen. Okay, create a table. Suppose each table we want to create, we'll take library. Okay, so you just tell me if table is the library, then what will be the component inside that library? Like what will be the component that we should make it valid column of library? So inside the library, if you will see, there are in many ways we can segregate. And suppose I am taking two sides. Okay, suppose we can make the library branches like where is the library? These library branches like city, state, library name, library ID, that library number. Okay, we can make it in that way. Otherwise, library if we'll go to particular library, then inside that particular library there will be books. Okay, so then if we'll segregate that books, each book will have the book ID number, book name, book categories, then book author, book publishers, book edition. So many things will go on. So here we'll take the library table based on books. Okay, so let's start. Create table. First, DDL means we'll have to define the table. How to create the table, how to rename the table, how to drop a table, then how to alter the table. Okay, then how to truncate the table. Four things: create, rename, alter, drop, truncate. Okay, so let's start. Create table. Table name is the library. Then start the open bracket. Then your column name, just put our column name will be first book number. That book number will be what? Integer, and that should be primary key column. Then comma, then come to book name. Every time you should cross check with your spellings. Book name Bharkar. Size will be, suppose we'll give 100, comma. The next column will take book author. Then Bharkar, it will be same, we'll keep like 80. Then comma, anything you want. Okay, book category will take. Okay, then category also will come Bharkar because tractors. Same will give 90, then four things we take. If you want also, we'll take book, publisher. This is come also worker. Then worker will keep that 50. Then our close bracket, then semicolon. Just cross check anywhere. Done. Now you just check here under tech.db, there is no more any table. Okay, now we will create and it got created. The name will be displayed in this schema side. Okay, so now just select the statement and execute. So query run successful. So now next is we should check also. So just refresh the schema. You can see that under the table library. Okay, and columns. Column also already we created that book name, book author, book category, book publisher. Let's see all 5 columns executed. So done. We are in a right track. Then create is done. Then next is rename table to what library to. Suppose we'll do library. Okay. So what will be the query? Alter, because as you know MySQL will not permit rename. So alter table name is first table name employee, sorry library, our old table name. Okay, alter table name, then rename to which name? Tech library, semicolon. Okay, let's see it successful. If we'll refresh here, our library now has been replaced with tech library. Okay, now rename done. Then another function is detail, under detail create rename, then alter we'll see just later. Then truncate table. Now which table we'll say? Tech library, because already we changed. So truncate means it will delete all the records. Though we don't have now records, but still truncate table name is tech library. Just spell correct your sentence like truncate table name tech library. Okay, so truncate table name. Now we'll execute. Okay, before to that I want to show you, suppose DESC, how to check the structure. Okay, DESC table name is the tech library. Okay, nothing is there, no record, but still see book name, author, category, publisher, int, primary. Okay, everything is there. I'm mentioning that check the structure of table. Now we did truncate. Let's execute. It ran successful. Now if we'll see that DSC describe table name, same. Okay, nothing has been changed because we have not inserted any record. Okay, that is the reason. Truncate, what it will do, it will delete only records inside the table. Okay, then drop the table. Drop means it will completely vanish the table. Okay, that text library you cannot see anymore after dropping. So drop table, table name is text library. Okay, so it will delete the table from what I did. You can say I did not define. Drop the table. So drop the table text library. Okay, now we'll run. Query run successful. You will see now. Just check under TechBeyond no tables now. We created text library, but now it is not there because we dropped the table. Once we drop means we cannot recover that table. Okay, so now it's the alter part. Already we studied about alter. So alter means this alter use on column. Okay, based on column how. So first alter in 4 ways what we have studied. One is add a column. Okay, but though we deleted the table, so it's better to create a table again. Create a table. Which table will create? Normal, because after all get into work life, so employee table we need. Any table you can take as you wish. Create a table named employee. Okay, so create table name is employee, then open bracket started, then what are the columns you want to put. Suppose employee ID will be there, that should be integer data type, then primary key. Okay, we need to define the column which by is, then employee ID done, employee num, it will be marker data type, then size will be, suppose we are keeping 70, any number you can take, then employee department DPT software we are taking marker, then data type size 50 max, then comma, employee salary. So tell me which data type it will be. Decimal. Okay, because it will be made in decimal. Total digit after decimal. Okay, that's it will keep. Okay, then close the bracket, semicolon. So 4 column we did it. Query run successful. Okay, now you will see that one table will be created under TechBeyond DB, that is employee table. Okay, and if you want to see also column, just click on that 4 columns: employee ID, employee name, employee department, employee salary. Okay, then now we'll see alter function on it. Okay, so alter use on column. So add a column. Okay, add a column, add a new column, add a new column. Which column you want to? Employee hire date. Okay, so what will be the query? Alter table table name is employee, alter table, table name is employee, then R, column name employee hire date, then data type. Which data type? It is date. Okay, then we'll run the query. It's successful. Then next alter function is modify data type or size. So here now we'll change the size. Okay, suppose change data, change which column will take. Suppose employee set. We did again that mistake. Let's see it is taking or not. It is not. Will already exist. Okay, sorry. Let it be how it was. I did mistake, spell mistake. In place of employee name, I mentioned employee name. Okay, let it be. It is not taking. Okay, let's see, because after that we'll do rename the column name. That time we'll make it change every time. So you should cross check the spelling. Change employee. Now employee data type now employee. Suppose we'll do employee num. That space we employee, suppose employee department will do. Okay, employee department size 200 will do. Okay, 120 will do. Enter. So what will be the query? Alter table. Table name is the employee. The table name, then modify column name into deputy, then choice maybe 120 we have put. One thing, worker data type, every time we should check into that. Then let's see our query run successful. Okay, then now next function it was alter rename column. Okay, so which one will do? That employee num. Okay, rename the column, rename column emp num to emp full name. just cross check because I am just juggling in between that spellings. So what will be the query? Alter table name, employee, column, rename column. Which column? That is employee emp num to emp full name, semicolon. Again here let's see everything is correct. It was first emp num to emp full name will do. This is actually I want to signify that name. Okay, so let's see our query run successfully. Okay, then our next last alter function is delete or drop a column. Okay, how to do? Alter table name is employee, alter table name, then drop column, which column we want to drop or delete. Every time after hyphen just keep the space so that it can define drop column, column name, which column we want to delete. Suppose department column. Okay, emp dpt, then semicolon. Before to that, because it will be deleted, so before to that we need to check the structure. Structure DESC, then table name employee. Okay, so let's see how it was. So field name emp id, emp full name, everything is correct. Emp department, just check DEPT is here now, then salary, then hire date. Okay, 5 column now, but now after deleting it will be 4 column. Okay, so let's execute this one. Query run successful. Again now we'll check DESC employee. Okay, no more employee department column. So that's it for DTL. So just go through it. Okay, now we'll move towards alter function, new column, column data type, rename a column, drop a column. Okay, comment is done. Then next slide it is talking about DQL. It is nothing but data query language. Okay, so query means how to retrieve or fetch. So it is used to fetch the data from the database. The main command is SQL, which retrieves the record based on the query. The output is returned as a result set that can be viewed or used in the application. So command will be select. Description it says about like used to retrieve the data from the database. Okay. Syntax will be select column, specific column name from table name where condition. So SQL select is used to retrieve data from one or more tables, either all records or specific records based on the condition. It returns output in a tabular format of rows and columns. It extracts the data from tables, targets the specific columns or all columns, and the symbol will be star mark for all columns. Okay, and supports filtering, sorting, grouping, and joins, often combined with the clauses like where, order by, group by, hubbing, limit. These are the clauses. So how it differentiates like from specific columns to all columns. So whenever we want to fetch all the columns, all the rows, complete table, that means we'll use the query like select all from table name. Okay, so here it is the all symbol is the star mark and the table name is the employee. So select all from employees table. And if we want to fetch the specific column, that means we want only specific column should be displayed in our table. So for that we'll use select that column specific column name like first name hire date from table name. Okay, so explain let me explain these things where it is. Next slide. Okay, so use of select with the clauses. So command is the only command is here select. Okay, rest all are like clauses. So it is used to retrieve the data from database. So select query will be select column 1, column 2 like a specific column name from table name where condition then semicolon from like it indicates like from which table we want to retrieve the data. So select column from table name, then it is saying about where. Where is the clause? It filters the rows before any grouping or aggregation. So syntax will be select column from table name where condition and then semicolon. Then group by. Group by means grouping. How the grouping is happening? That based on the similar values on the rows in a specific column. So it says group the rows that have the same values in specified column. So query will be select column average functions like another columns numeric columns from the table name group by that first column. Okay, here suppose column 1 is the grouping column, one is the aggregate column. Okay, so that grouping column will be another column, so group by that column name. Then hubbing, where and hubbing the same concept but little bit difference in the way of, because where that is used before grouping by and after grouping by we are using hubbing for the filtering. Filter the results of a group by. Okay, that is the result of group by. Like after grouping we can use hubbing. Select column 1 that aggregate function, column 2 from table name group by, column 1 hubbing condition. Okay, then order by. Order by means it is saying about chronological order, maybe ascending, maybe descending. So select column 1 from table name order by column 1 based on which column. So column 1 ascending or descending. Then it is says about limit. By default it sorts in ascending order unless specified as a DESC. So by default it will take ascending. So select all from the table name limit number. Suppose I want top 5 products or last 3 products. In that way we can use limit. Distinct means it removes all the duplicacy, so duplicate rows from the result set. So for that we are using the syntax select distinct column 1 column 2 from table name. Here note has been written like TQL has only one command select, other are just like clauses. Okay. So next command is data manipulation language, like manipulate, how we are manipulating, how we are like we are modifying. Okay, through it is done through the insert update delete 3 command. Insert update delete, it's very important. Okay, insert means how we are putting the data or values inside that table. So description it is saying about insert the data into a table. Query will be insert into table name inside the bracket that structure like column name then values, then inside that bracket all the values based on column name. Then it is says about update, that means update is update the existing data within the table, whatever changes we want to do in the existing data. So update table name, first is the table, first we will have to define the table, then after column, then after the record or data. Okay, so that's why if you'll see from the left side, like update table name, set column, like columns which value you want to put, column equals to value, column 2 value 2, comma, it will be separated by comma, then where condition. Okay, then delete means delete the records from the database. Okay, it will only delete the records. Okay, structure based on the condition. Delete from the table name where condition. Okay, so far that it in difference between truncate, delete and drop, you just tell me. So as we know, truncate means it will delete only the records, but table structure as it is, it will remain same as it was. Okay, there will be no changes. Only the thing is the records will be deleted. In drop means completely the table will be deleted. In delete means it will delete the specific records based on the condition. Only specific record, specific row, it will be deleted. Then come to our explanation. So let me explain. So it is saying about insert. Insert means add the new records, okay, into the table. Once it got created, we'll have to put the value based on the column. Insert into table name. Here table name is the employees, and then its table structure like column name, employee ID, first name, last name, hire date, then values. So based on the employees structure like column, suppose employee ID 1, first name is the John, last name Doe, then hire date is like year, month, date format. Okay, then update like modify existing records, like update table name employees, then set, then which column you want to do, what should be the value, then where condition, on which column you want to, based on which condition that update you want to do. Then delete, remove the records, like query will be delete from table name where the condition. Okay, so finally, we conclude that DDL is the changes the structure only, table columns, but DML changes the data, because whatever that insert, update, delete, all signifying both three things, three commands signifies the data, that records, values. Okay, and it will be reversible. It will be reversible if, when if it is used with transaction. Okay, the transaction control language we'll study about. Okay, so remember, three data manipulation language commands are insert, update, delete. Okay, for now insert, update, delete. Slowly we'll cover merge. Okay, later on. So let's explore in MySQL. So move to MySQL. So now DML, it says about data manipulation language. So before to that, I want to show you that we studied about DQL. Okay, anyways, I DQL, select display all, display all. For that, all from employee table name. Okay. Now it will seem to say only describe table name equals to select all from employee. For now we have not inserted any record. Okay, so now we'll insert. Insert the records into table. So insert into table name employee, then structure employee ID. Just check the spellings. Employee ID, employee full name, employee salary, then employee hire rate, then values, based on column name. One employee full name, suppose Aman Rathore. Then we'll give employee salary like 30,000. Then hire date like 22. Month is 0503. Then for the second row, the record will be second 2. Then Aggregate bench, that salary will be like 70,000. Then date will be 20, 08, 23rd. For third row, record will be 3 ID. Then Bhanto, price will be 65,000. Then fourth record will be from then that date will be date 2024 December will be, then date will be 14 will get. Then that's it. We'll close the record. Semicolon. Says check why it is showing. Insert into table name structure values. Sorry, no need to keep now. Done. Comma notation will leave it. date, month. Sure. Every time I just cross check everything. Okay, for character we need the notation. Now we can execute. Query run successful. Then insert is done. Then update will do. Update. Which column we want to do update? Suppose update column emp salary will make it. Okay, employee salary will suppose employee salary make it 35,000. Paisa. Where emp id equals to, just check what I'm doing for update and delete. Okay, you will just tell me what is the difference. You can see where employee id equals to suppose 1 it is na. So what will be the query? Update table name. Update table name is the employee. Set column name, which column we want to do. emp, that is the salary. Salary, how much do we want to make it? 35,000. This is 50. Where condition, where emp id equals to 1. Okay, now it will execute. Now let's time to execute. Query run successful. Here I want to select all. I want to select all from employee. See that 35,000 it has been changed on me. Now only thing, delete now. Delete from employee. Delete from employee. Delete which record we want to delete. Delete suppose a specific column. You just tell me delete employee. Okay, now I don't need higher date. Okay, so what I will mention, employee edit page 1. Suppose I want to delete employee hire date, complete record. Okay, delete from employee. Where condition will be like, where condition is emp hire date equals to 2024 2023 11:25. So what will be the query? Here why I want to mention, suppose employee id primary key column if I will keep, then it will take easily that query to run. But apart from primary key column, if I will keep the condition for delete, that for DML specifically update or delete, will not take easily. So for that I'll have to set SQL save. I will get this. Okay. First let me show you in the first query. I will know that I delete from table name like employee, delete from employee where emp hired date equals to 2024, no, 2023 11 25 date. If I will do, it will not take me execute. Now it is taking. Okay, but sometimes it will not be executed, so that time you will have to put that save update reachable. We will have to make, then after we can do. Okay, now if we will do select all from employee table, then that record will not be there. Which record? That 2023 one record, third row. See, 1 2 3 record, it is not there. Now it is happening, it's quite good, but here I want to see if sometimes you may get the error of that save update mode. Okay, about that save update mode, if that will be enabled, then you cannot run the query of update or delete except condition of employee ID, that primary key column. Okay, so that time you will have to just disable that SQL save update. Okay, just I want to show you like how to do set. You will have to mention set SQL. It will show you. Okay, SQL save. It is not coming. Why? SQL. Save update mode. Okay, you will have to just disable like this. Here you can right. won't be exit. Right? First disable is save update, then query error. So just go through it. If you are having any doubts, just drop one comment in the comment section box below video. Okay. Whenever, suppose here I have given that employee ID, that primary key column, okay, condition, it will take easily. Suppose if I will give the condition here apart from employee ID, I'm suppose giving like any other column condition, then it will not take, that will give the error of like safe update. Okay, like it will give the like using safe update mode. So that time what you will need to do, you will have to just disable that SQL safe updates, then after you will run the query as usual. Okay, just check thoroughly. If you are having any doubts, just tell me, otherwise we will move towards our next slide, that is DCL. Okay, so now coming to our next slide, it is about DCL, data control language. It's very important. No, not DCL, TCL. Okay, it is the DCL, like data control language. It includes command like grant and revoke. Basically, these two functions, it will be performed by basically DBA people, like database admin people, who will give the access. Okay, restrict the access or give the access. So that's why it deals with the right, permission and other controls of the database system. These commands are used to control the access or permission to the database objects like table, views, schemas, etc. by granting or revoking. So here grant, it is nothing but give the privileges to a user. What are the privileges? Let's see, like select, insert, update, delete, and if I will see like all privileges, then it will include all these: select, insert, update, delete. Select means read the data or paste the data. Insert means add the data. Update means modify the data. Delete means remove the data. All privileges means full access. Full access on this four function. Complete DML with DQL. Okay. So give privileges to a user. So you just remember the syntax, but we cannot run this query because MySQL will not permit us, because this is controlled by DBA, database administrators. Okay, if you will try to run, then it will throw the error. Okay, you can try on your system. So here just let me go through the syntax. So it is saying grant privileges list, then on database name dot table name to user account. Okay, user account, it means username plus host. It will be written as username, that is the character, so that's why that first of then at the rate, then host as a character. Okay, so host sometimes maybe local host, it's sometimes like any specific IP address. Okay, so if suppose localhost means in your system that you are running the query, okay, in MySQL server is running in your same machine. Okay, so this allows username to select and insert data into the employee table. So suppose I'm giving that privilege list, select and insert, then it will take the select and insert. Okay, then it is saying about revoke. Revoke means take back that privilege, like remove the privileges from a user to a user from a user. So revoke privilege list on database name dot table name from, here it was to, here it was from, username at the rate host. This remove, suppose I will tell like revoke insert, then it will take the privilege insert from the user account. Okay, suppose I'm saying like I will take the remove the privileges insert from the whom, like librarian. Okay, so it will be like revoke insert on library, the database name will be techdb. Okay, dot table name will be library, from user account, like user will be here librarian. Okay, and at the rate host, host will be suppose local host will take. Okay, at the rate, if we will give the percentage, then it will no security, it will take all the system access. Okay, from wherever you are sitting it will take. If suppose I will give the host is the specific IP address, then it will only connect to specific IP address system. Okay, and if I will take like give the grant select or select comma insert on take db our database name dot table name like library to student, here user will be student at the rate localhost. Okay, then your note will be privilege include select insert update delete all as I mentioned here. Then DCL makes your security by controlling who can access or modify the data. Okay, uh, because it is completely talking about security, our data will be secured. In real system, DBA database administrators use the DCL to manage the permissions. So DDL was defined the structure, DML manages the data, DCL manages the permission, who can do what. Okay, so grant and revoke. Then our last command is about TCL, transaction control language. Basically in banking sector you can see this thing, financial transaction commands are used to manage transaction in a database. Okay, a transaction, a group of SQL statements that are executed as a single unit of work that makes sure acid properties is happening, that atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. Basically in we can see the real scenario in e-commerce and banking. So that TCL is divided into three types like commit, rollback, save point. It's a very important topic. So save point means checkpoint, rollback to means undo to that checkpoint, commit means save everything done until commit. Commit means permanently we are saving. Okay, permanently it is saved. Save point means temporarily it is saved. Rollback to means undo. Undo to up to which checkpoint. Okay, if simple rollback means undo the statement. Okay, so let's go one by one. Commit means save all the changes made in the current transaction permanently. Every time if we will give that set auto commit equals to 0, like if we will disable that auto commit like saving, then we can run the query and then we'll permanently save or rollback like undo we can do. Okay, So here it is saying like set auto commits equal to 0. Then update employees set last name summa where employee id equal to 2. Let's leave it the condition everything is leaving. Suppose here we don't want anything to undo because our query is right. So I want to just save permanently. So I will put here commit. Okay, our transaction like that update transaction. I put that set auto commit, like first I disable the save auto commit by giving the 0, then transaction, then commit. Okay, you remember? Okay, now once I give the commit means it will be saved permanently. Changes are now permanently stored in the database. Then come to rollback. Undo the changes made in the current transaction before commit. As usual, set auto commit equals to 0. Then our delete transaction. Okay, like as usual delete query format you will write. Then suppose after delete this line, then I wanted to roll back. Okay, undo that. So what I will do, simple I will put rollback. Okay, I don't want to delete, so I will just want rollback. Then the deletion is cancelled, row is restored. Simple way. Then set point. Set a temporary point in a transaction to roll back to. Suppose I did a one transaction that may be insert or update. We'll take that set point and set point name SP1. Then one more transaction, then set point 2. Then one more transaction, then we felt that no, we should undo. Okay, until up to SP2 I want to commit like save. So what I need to do, like roll back to SP2. Okay, till which save point I want to save. So that checkpoint name you should give. So let's you partially undo what in a transaction. So let's see what is the conclusion. TCL commands work with DML, basically insert, update, delete. Okay, so suppose if we'll get the questions like delete command, can we roll back? Yes. Insert command, can we roll back? Yes. Update command, can we roll back? Yes. Okay, because TCL commands work with DML. TCL does not affect DDL because DDL is completely data definition like table operation. So because those auto commit in most databases does not affect DDL. Make sure data safety and integrity in multi-user environment. Okay. So it will work with only DML, data manipulation language, that is insert, update, delete. It will not affect the DDL because those auto commit function in databases. Okay, then make sure data safety and integrity. Whatever we are studying, all are giving the result of data safety and integrity. Okay, if you want to see, just give me. Come to our MySQL Workbench. Okay, now we'll do DCL. It is only DBA people will do, not in our case. So TCL will remember commit, rollback, save point. Commit at the end will do. So now rollback. I want to show you. Rollback means undo. Okay. Suppose I write. Which one you want to do? Suppose I do update. Table is employee. Employee. Then set which column name? EMP. Suppose full name. What you want to make? Suppose J pages. And I want to replace like Mubarak. Mubarak. Day. Naira. Where condition what employee ID will take. Okay, employee ID equals to 4, then semicolon. Before that I want to mention, suppose if MySQL will keep that commit by default, so we'll have to just disable that auto commit. For that, set auto commit equals to 0. Okay, then after we'll run the query. It runs successful, then update, also successful. Okay, done. Then now what I want to, suppose I want to undo. Now I don't need, so undo I will do. So simple rollback. Okay, see. So after that we need to, I need to check that I was about to show that database. Select the table. Select all from table name is employee. Okay. So now let's see what is the changes as I done. As I did, that time it was updated, but once I gave that rollback, again it became undone. Okay. Rollback is simple equals to your undo. Okay. So likewise, if I will give set equals to 0 semicolon, then I will want to do like delete from employee where employee ID equals to 2. Okay, so now what will happen, which one is the employee ID, where is the employee ID 2, that row or record will be deleted. If you want to see, then select from employee. Okay, equal to that I want to see query run successful. Now if I will see 2 is not there. Okay, but now if I will do rollback, then let's see what's happening. It got rollback. Again if I want to select, see that again I did 2, it was deleted, but now once I put rollback it got back. Okay, it will act as undo. Likewise, rollback is done. Now commit means it will be permanently saved there. Okay, commit goes to 0, enter, or insert into table name goes to employee, or I will do one thing, just where is the insert value, set into table name value. Suppose we are giving 1 2 4, it is there 5. Here we will give ROLB and one that will give 30. Query run successful. Now suppose here I want to give commit. So what it will do now, before to that I want to show you, it will be executed, 5 is executed, but once I will do commit, it will save permanently. Commit done. Okay. Again if you see 5 is there. Okay. Suppose if here I want to roll back. Okay, what I did, I want to do again, let it back. See, query run successful, but it will not be undone. It will not do undo. Select star. See, 5 is there, still it is there. Okay, so commit will save permanently. Rollback will act as undo. Okay, once it gets committed means it will not act as, it will not work for rollback. Now save point. Save point. Save point means temporary checkpoint. Okay, suppose we'll do control C. Every time you will just put set auto commit equals to 0, just disable it so that which one you want, just step by step you do, it will be easier for you. Control C. So here I want to insert. Okay, so what I will do, here I will take the set point name 1, I will give, but here I want to like enter 6. Max. Smart 6. Yeah, 2022. Just put it here like 12th. Then another, the same way controls. uh, 7 B1 we have 4. Now here again I want to keep set point SP2. I give that checkpoint names SP2 Now here, suppose here I did like update, I did update, update employee, update employee, then set employee salary equals to where condition like employee ID equals to where I want to change employee salary. Suppose I want to keep employee ID equals to 1, let it be. Okay. Here I should not be that this. Okay. Done. Now here what I want, suppose two things insert, it is okay. Okay. Subpoint again, I execute, then next insert, execute, then next set point, execute. Here update also I did, execute. Here also I give set point sp3. So here also I execute. Okay. Now I realized that two insert statement I did, but by mistakenly I did update. So I don't need that update statement. So what I will do, I will mention that rollback to up to each one. Suppose I want till checkpoint 2. Okay. So what will give me? It will undo only these two statement, these two insert statement. Okay. Done. Now how we could know that? Select employee colon. Now let's see. Update will not be there. Okay. See that ranks behind they got entry, but employee ID 1 you just check, no changes. That's 77887, no changes in that. Okay. So rollback is different, rollback 2 is different. Rollback is whenever you want to do undo, just give the rollback after the statement, you can get the undo statement. But rollback 2 means it will act as save point, like whatever the statement we have defined, each and every statement will make a save point. That checkpoint is nothing but save point. Okay. That checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2, checkpoint 3 for each manipulation statement. Then which one we want to back, for that we'll mention rollback 2 till which checkpoint we want. So that is the like each and every statement we are giving the checkpoint. So step by step here we want to do, and giving that set auto commit equals to 0, like auto commit we have disabled here, so that checkpoint will work and rollback also will work. So just go through it how that TCL transaction control language act here. So each statement that insert, update, these are the transaction. Okay. So go through it. If you are having any doubts, just put the comment in the comment section. So, move to Just a slide. Just go thoroughly. So all the languages SQL commands are there. Whatever we studied, like DDL. Under DDL there was create, rename, drop, truncate, alter the table. Okay. Then alter the column. Then we studied about DML like insert, update, delete. Then we studied about DQL like select. Then we studied DCL like data control language like grant and revoke. Then we studied about TCL transaction control language which talks about like commit, rollback and set point. Okay, just go through it. We are moving towards our slide. Okay, so this is our last slide. So just check, go through it. That's it for today. So that's it for today. Hope you like the video. Like it, comment on it, and subscribe the channel and share it with your friends and family. I will see you in my new series with new topic. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Have a good day. Thank you. Jai Jagannath.